Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be putting the coil back on this Dodge Dart. We removed it when we was redoing the fuel system. Got the carburetor put back and the fuel pump put on yesterday. Today we'll get the coil put back on, and we're going to work on this gas tank a little bit too. I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoy it. Please like and subscribe. Alrighty guys, so we got go ahead and put the coil back on. I've got went ahead and put the bracket on the coil, and we're going to go ahead and lose our washers as I take them off. Dang it, I don't know where that went. Alright, let me crawl under here and see if I can't find that washer. Alright, so I was crawling on the ground looking for this washer. Lo and behold, it's right there on top of the head, or the block. Camera's not focusing, but it's right there. I got one of those little magnetic reacher things, but for whatever reason I cannot find it. There it is. Oh my gosh, this camera will not focus at all. Now it's trying to turn the flash on. Don't turn the flash on, stupid thing. Alright, so there it is, you can see it right there. So this is not focusing. There we go. Alright, so I can't find my little reacher thing, but what I do have is a magnetic end on my flashlight. So I'm gonna try to reach my flashlight down in here and see if I can't pick it up with it. Yep, I think I got it. Victory will be mine, little washer. Alright, so now that we got that done, that only killed about 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and get the coil on. Alright, so I got all my washers. And this has got like a little, this side's cut out, so you can bolt this side in first. And so we're gonna go ahead and get the bolt on the back started and try to get all my wires out of the way. They're kind of tangled up here. Well, why is that like that? I don't remember putting my we got that one started. Slide it in like so, and then we can start the other one. Well, if I can. If you're like me, by the time you take these things apart, you forget. No, don't drop that washer again. You forget where everything goes. So I take pictures of everything before I take something apart, because if I don't, I'll forget which wire goes where, and I'll have to Google it and pull out a wiring diagram and all that. But I do know that the tack wire goes to the negative, and I've got the tack wire soldered on to the negative wire. So in this case, I know. All right, let me get my socket. All right, let's see. Let's do this. All right. So I need to detangle these wires a little bit, because I do not like how this is going through the plug wires. I really don't know how that happened. I don't remember doing that, but let's just, I'm going to redo all this fired order anyway, so we'll just take all these out. These are all got disconnected, so I'm going to have to get the whole fired order again. And I put this on upside down because I can't see my plus or minus. Okay, so plus is in the back, minus in the front. Alrighty, so minus is in the front. Actually, don't like that connection. Looks like my solder's come loose. It's not. It's not, well, if it don't work, I'll go back and fix it. Alright. And this is a, I'm pretty sure this is a 3/8 if I remember right. And then my 3/8 is in my pocket. And a disclaimer, make sure your battery's unhooked while you're doing this. Because these coils can produce quite a jolt if you're in here doing this and somebody was to happen to turn the key on. So make sure you got your battery disconnected whenever you're doing anything electrical, which I always disconnect the battery anytime I'm working on anything, whether it's electrical or not. I'm not real concerned about resetting my clock or anything, so I always make a habit of, no matter what I'm doing, I always disconnect the battery. I might have to get a little socket in there. I can't get my wrench in there. Got my little mini 1/4 wrench. Hopefully I can get to it like this. My little mini 1/4 inch drive. It comes in pretty handy in tight places. You don't want to over tighten these because you'll break them studs off. That's exactly what happened to my original one. I guess when I put it in, I got a little over excited and I tightened it down too much. So when I went to take it off, the stud broke off with the nut still on it. It just wrung it right off, which really bummed me out because I liked having that original coil that had the Chrysler and everything on it. But I just painted this one black, so we're good now. All right, let's go ahead and we'll put the wire back on the coil. And we're going to have to straighten these wires out later. Let's go ahead and put the we'll put this back. Well, maybe. Go in your home. There we go. I'm gonna put a little grease on that, maybe. It's in there though. Clean that. All right. So yesterday's video, I mentioned the problem with the fuel tank that I messed up on, and I was gonna reveal it today, and I'm gonna do just that. I don't think I'm gonna get the fuel tank put in today, but we I at least want to address this, show you what I did wrong. It's pretty simple fix, not that big of a deal. But if you remember in a video, you gotta scroll, go to the top of the screen, hit video, scroll all the way to the bottom of my channel. There was a video I did about the fuel gauge not working. I did a test on the gauge. The gauge was working fine, but even with gas in it, I wasn't getting anything. When I pulled this fuel tank, I figured out why. So what happened was, when I put the sending unit in, I just lined the notches up. I didn't orient it right. So essentially the sending unit was in sideways. So I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you what I mean by that. But I guess it's a pretty simple mistake. I didn't catch it until I pulled the sending unit out of that other the old gas tank, the rusty one. But I'll get this let me get the camera set up and I'll show you exactly what happened. Here's the gas tank where the sending unit goes. This is the new one. And here's the new sending unit. So what happened was, this. I'll just leave it in the plastic. So this goes in here, obviously like this. This, you know, is at the bottom of the tank to draw in the fuel. And as the fuel level goes up and down, this is what, you know, floats and sends the signal to your gas gauge. So this has to go up and down. Whenever I put the old sending unit in, I had this on the bottom, but I had it like that. So this could not float, and that's why my fuel gauge wasn't working. The only way I noticed it is I was kind of messing with this new one, and I remember this line being this way and this on the bottom. And you flip it over, it goes up, and this is on the side. But I know for a fact that this was sideways because when I pulled that line off, I pulled it off sideways. So I had it in there like that. This was on the bottom, but this was not right. It's got to go like that. So that's one thing for y'all to pay attention to when you're putting new sending units in or when you're rebuilding the old ones. That was just a mistake on my part. I just paid attention to this. I didn't pay attention to the float. I knew this had to go on the bottom, but I didn't pay any attention to that float at all. So I put it in there like that instead of like that. So that's why my gas gauge wasn't working. But this is the new one. I'm gonna go ahead and get it put in. Hey, puppy dog. And we'll go ahead and get this put together, and we'll start getting the gas tank ready for install. All right, guys, I'm back. I got this all set up. We're gonna start getting this sending unit put in. So what I'm gonna do is, there's 2 tabs on the back of this sending unit that got to match the 2 tabs on the gas tank. So I'm gonna slide this in, and we'll get the tabs marked, because once you get that gasket in there, it's hard to line this up and actually feel the tabs. So I'm gonna line it up, that way I can know that I got the tabs lined up, and then I'll put the gasket in. And I've read that these aftermarket ones, the gaskets are not the greatest, and they're hard to get a seal. So I've read that a lot of people use 2 gaskets for the extra thickness, but I'm gonna try one and see if it feels tight to me. Then I'm just gonna leave it. We're gonna fish this in, make sure this is pointed up. Alright, so our tabs are engaged. Take my paint pen, just make a mark. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see that mark once the locking ring's on or not, but I'll make that one up top here. Yeah, that's straight enough, I think. I'll be able to see it anyway. Let's check it. I got 2 gaskets. They both look the same to me. This is the one that came with the tank. This is the one that came with the sending unit. And they look the same thickness. No, that right there might be a little thicker. Let's try that one. Get on the other side. Alright, that's it. So you see my marks are lined up? It's already moving around. Alright, I'm going to try to just very gently spin this thing around. It's going to be hard because the gas tank's empty and it's moving. It went in the little lock, but I feel like it's way too easy. Yeah, I feel like it's that was way too easy. I mean, the lock is still loose and it's in the groove. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. And you can see that the lock is in the groove, but it's just way too loose. All right, guys, I'm back. So I tried doing both gaskets. It didn't work. It's too thick. I can't get it to seal. And this, I got it on. It's way too loose. I know that's going to leak. I even took my ball peen and went around and hit these tabs to bend them in a little bit to get them tighter, and it's just not working. So we're going to have to figure something else out here. I have another one of these locking rings, but it's thinner than this one, so I know that's not going to help. I may just do the right thing, put silicone on it. I don't know what to do, but it's getting dark, so we're going to conclude this one. But whenever you put these sanding units in, just make sure that float goes up and down, not side to side, because if it goes side to side, it's not going to work. So I revealed my mistake to y'all. So hopefully you can learn from my mistake, and we'll get this sanding unit seal situation figured out in a different video. I'll go ahead and post this one. But hopefully, it's supposed to be really warm tomorrow. So hopefully it'll dry the ground out some, and I can get this sorted out and get the gas tank put in. But I appreciate y'all watching. Remember, restore them, don't crush them.